Hi, my name is Tony Pantelleresco, and I'm a herbalist, and I work at Herbs Plus and Bead Works, located on Ottawa Street in Windsor, Ontario. And today we're going to make barley milk. So, these are the ingredients you're going to need. Barley that's been soaking. So if you look, there's barley seeds in here. They've been soaking overnight, probably for about 15 hours. You want them to soak so that the water will penetrate the fiber, so the enzymes in it will be released and cause it to soften and to mix together more accurately, so that when we make this, we'll have this as a nutritional milk. This is an alternative to soy. For all the people who don't want soy, and all the people who are drinking soy, you might want to consider this to get off the soy, because soy is toxic. Anyway, so you pour it all in. This is live living TV, so anything you see here, mistakes and everything, is going to be on here. So this would be a typical person in our kitchen making their own barley milks. This is your container. Now it's empty. We pour it in, water and all. We're also going to use something called either guar gum or xanthan gum. Either or both. It's up to you. In this situation, I'm just going to use the guar gum. You can use xanthan gum. You can use agar. These are what they call a binder that will bind your material so they don't separate. And if you're using things that have fat in them and water, you know how water and fat will separate. This will keep them together, keep them more consistent. You can buy these things at any health food store, any Asian market, any ethnic market. They will sell these things. They're used in traditional cooking from all over the world. And you're not going to use a lot. As you can see, it's a white powdery material. A lot of times it comes from a seaweed product or some other fibers that they use. What we're going to use, just to give you an example, you can use a spoon. I'm just showing it to you with a knife so you can see it clearly. You're going to use about that much. Maybe a half a tablespoon or a teaspoon. Throw it in at the very beginning. The reason why is when you throw it in the beginning, it'll congeal, so it'll cause the fiber material, the barley, to break down even more effectively. So, once that's done, proceed to blend. Now, start at low, then increase to high speed. As you can see, it starts to get congealing, becomes more gelatinous, breaking down the fiber, and that's using distilled water as well. So what we do, pour it in slow, allow the water to mix with the guar gum and the barley. As you can see, it's breaking it down more and more. You go to high speed when you do this. As you can see, it's congealing more and more in the bottom. And we add water slowly. Okay, let it blend. Let it blend for a while. As you can see, it's still starting to thicken more and more. You'll see little tiny particles and flecks. Eventually they'll break down. If they don't, you can filter it out afterwards. As you can see by the blending, it's starting to stabilize here more. As well, you can sweeten it with honey or xylitol. Or honey. Notice it's Ontario honey. Okay. Pour in about a teaspoon or a tablespoon. Sweeten it to your liking. While it's blending, you want to add cinnamon to it, you can. You want to add another spice to it, you can. You can add cocoa to it and make a cocoa milk out of it. Now, we'll see the effect. Notice it's white, just like regular milk. Has higher phosphorus and potassium concentration into it. Okay, get yourself a jar, pour it in, and as you can see, it's white and clear, just like your regular milk. Now, the consistency of this one is a little bit on the thin side. That's okay. You can add even a teaspoon of fat to it. Again, chill it. You can put this on a cereal, on an oatmeal. For those of you who are having problems with gallstones, cholesterol, intestinal cancers, this is the milk you'd want to use to help assist your body in mending in these conditions. If you're having problems with bone density, again, because of the potassium concentration in here and the silica, it will help restore and regenerate the bone. This, and also when you're using these things here, the mason jars, what you can also do is I flip them over. Leave the rubber side up, not down. And the reason being is if you put them on, the rubber side has a xenoestrogen that you don't want. So what I also do to ensure that it'll stay longer or stay cleaner, take wax paper. Take a little wax paper, break a piece off, fold it over, put it on the lid, seal it, and you're done. That's it. You made your milk. Now, what did that cost you? Approximately 20 to 25 cents. That's what that cost you. The nutritional value in that is worth its weight in gold. Okay, you got about a quart here. Again, I could have made this thicker, but for today's little example, little lesson for the day, just to show you how easy that is to make. And again, because the honey's in there, you can add cinnamon to this, you can add cocoa to this, you can make this even thicker. You can combine this with seed milk. Say if you're making a seed milk with your almonds or whatever, once you make it, you can put them together, blend them up, and you have a full value milk. Again, you can use this in place of soy or rice or dairy, pasteurized dairy products. This is something everybody can do. If it came to a wartime and you couldn't get access to milk, here's an alternative. One that everybody can make. Doesn't cost much. Everybody can do this. You can do this with oat. You can do this with almond. You can do this with pumpkin seeds, sunflower seed, walnuts, anything that is accessible. Okay.